Let's talk about leaving a legacy you'll be proud of. As you get older, the thought of what happens after you transition out of the business will occupy more of your thinking. You need to question what kind of statement you might leave to future generations by the actions taken while building the company and toward the end of your time actually running the business. I've written two very different scenarios from the perspective of how a family business owner might be perceived by future generations of the family. Let's start with Legacy A, and this is something that you could be or should be very proud of. Our parent grandparent, pop your name in here, was a successful business owner. They grew a tremendous business from nothing, all the while making sure family, staff, customers, and suppliers were always well taken care of. We all have fond memories of many experiences enjoyed with our parents or grandparents, from holiday dinners to weekends at the cottage and incredible vacations to exotic destinations. They always made sure to be with us and to participate. Work was second, family came first. Charity and good deeds were part of the fabric of the company and their life. Integrity was the basis for all negotiations, encounters, and relationships. Working their way with the utmost integrity, regardless of whether it's an internal or external resource, is still referred to as the benchmark within the company. It was their way. They planned ahead, and when it was time to transition the company, all was in order. People and processes were in place, accounting was thorough and up to date, contracts in place, strategies for the future growth of the business were established and being executed. Regardless of who the company transitioned to, whether it's family, an outside buyer, or even staff, the ship was well equipped and moving in the right direction. By the time the transition began, key management were trained and already excelling at their new responsibilities. It was a smooth and mostly stress-free experience. I mean, as we all know, in a business transition, there will always be something to upset someone, but let's not worry about that. As descendants, we are lucky to have the choices we do today. We are financially set and equipped to follow in their footsteps in business and in life, to live life to its fullest, give generously, and appreciate our good fortune every day. We are the proud stewards of their legacy and continue to live by their example. Now, to me, that sounds like a pretty fine legacy for your children, your grandchildren, maybe your great grandchildren, to understand about you as the owner of the business. Let's look at a different situation, Legacy B, where you're not sure you'd necessarily be proud of this. Our parent, grandparent, your name here, was a successful business owner, loving what they did and basically dying with their boots on. They couldn't see themselves living any other way and never took the steps necessary to transition the company properly. We talked to them about it all the time, and nothing ever happened. Everything would be taken care of tomorrow. Unfortunately, tomorrow never came. As for memories, they were always working. Never had the time to take holidays. Family time was had grudgingly. Excuses were made by us as they loved what they did. Real memories of time spent with them was few and far between. They could have easily spent a week here and there with us, but didn't. Now, unfortunately, it's too late. While we admire the passion, the series of events that happened after their sudden and unprepared for passing have devastated our family. Legal and financial frustrations basically tore our family apart. The company revolved around them, and no one was really trained to take over, not family or anyone else. The business started to falter. The minute word got out, they were no longer running things. Customers got nervous, vendors demanded quicker payments, and staff began to panic. No leader, or at least no capable, prepared, true leader, could step up. The dream that the children would take over was a non starter, as some of us were not interested and the others just not qualified. Competitors and buyers began to circle the company like sharks smelling blood. Our surviving parent or grandparent didn't know what to do and chose to take the first offer that came along. Some of our family who worked in the business and a few longtime employees were unfortunately immediately let go with the new owners. The cash received was nowhere near what our parent or grandparent had assured their surviving spouse would have to live on. Fortunately, our family rallied and are taking care of them as families should, but it has been an unbelievable strain on everyone. It all could have been avoided. As for future generations sharing in the success of our family business, we've all recognized that while it would have been nice to have some financial assistance for our lives and to leave for future generations as part of our own legacy, we do not always get what we expect. We will succeed on our own and ensure we don't make the same mistakes as our parent or grandparent. Remember, as the owner of a family business, it's up to you to write the story. You can choose how it will be remembered or not. Exercise and task. Let's write your legacy as you wish it will be. Okay, so let's start with writing it for the family. And we'll write it as it pertains to your family. And the idea here is to actually write a legacy, similar to what we did up here. List out the key personal family actions you'll need to take to deliver on this. Then let's look at the business. And let's write a legacy as it pertains to your business. List out the key business actions you'll need to take to deliver on this. I guarantee you this will be an eye-opening experience. Now, download the task sheet and get to work.